The story of 3I/Atlas is no longer just about a comet. It's about fear, silence, and what NASA isn't saying. Because behind the headlines, behind the carefully worded press releases, lies something that terrifies even the people who spend their lives studying the unknown. 3I/Atlas, the mysterious interstellar object that entered our solar system earlier this year, has behaved in ways that defy every known law of physics. Its path, its brightness, and its reactions to solar radiation don't match any natural object we've ever recorded. And now, after weeks of quiet observation, new data shows something far more terrifying than NASA will admit publicly. When 3I/Atlas first appeared, astronomers thought it was just another cosmic visitor, maybe a fragment from another star system, a harmless piece of rock and ice making a quick pass through our neighborhood. But then came the strange signals. Electromagnetic fluctuations. Radio distortions. Subtle changes in the solar wind every time the object passed a magnetic boundary. At first, the anomalies were dismissed as sensor errors. But then, independent observatories began reporting the same thing, synchronized pulses, repeating every few hours, perfectly timed across multiple instruments. It wasn't random. It wasn't noise. It was a pattern. NASA's public explanation was vague. They called it a data alignment issue. But internal documents leaked to several research networks told a different story, a story that points to something deliberate, something powerful, and something that might not be natural at all. According to those documents, 3I/Atlas is emitting low-frequency bursts in a narrow band, each pulse precisely spaced apart by 0.042 seconds. That's not cosmic static. That's coordination. And it's happening while the object continues to move in an orbit that no one can fully predict. The most disturbing discovery came when the James Webb Space Telescope caught a faint glow around the object, a luminous halo that shifts color every few hours. Spectral analysis shows the emissions don't match reflected sunlight. They match direct energy release. It's as if the object is generating power on its own. NASA quietly paused all public updates after that. No press conferences. No new data charts. Only silence. Meanwhile, the European Space Agency took a different approach. ESA scientists confirmed that 3I/Atlas is now changing speed in small, controlled increments, as if it's adjusting its course intentionally. They also noted something even more chilling. The object's trajectory recently shifted toward the ecliptic plane, the same region where most of our planets orbit. That means it's not just passing through. It's aligning. When that data leaked, NASA officials reportedly held a closed-door meeting at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. No live streams. No notes. And since then, no one inside NASA has said a word about 3I/Atlas on record. But amateur astronomers haven't stopped watching. In late August, several skywatchers from Australia and South America noticed the comet's coma, the bright envelope surrounding it, begin to pulse rhythmically, as though breathing. Each pulse coincided with small fluctuations in the solar wind. To some, it looked like the object was interacting with the sun itself. The pattern grew stronger over time. And then, a sudden blackout. Several ground-based telescopes experienced simultaneous signal interference when pointing directly at 3I/Atlas. Every one of them. At the exact same time. That kind of disruption isn't caused by a comet. It's caused by a transmission. NASA's silence has only deepened the mystery. Officially, the agency says its communication blackout is due to temporary calibration updates. Unofficially, insiders whisper that the data they've seen is beyond explanation, and that releasing it would cause global panic. One anonymous engineer reportedly said, "If the public saw what we're seeing, they wouldn't call it a comet anymore." Even Michio Kaku, the theoretical physicist known for his measured optimism about space exploration, has begun to sound uneasy. He recently said in an interview, "When nature starts behaving like it's thinking, we have to consider possibilities that go beyond physics. What could that mean? Some speculate that 3I/Atlas might be a probe or relic from an ancient civilization, perhaps millions of years old, using technology we can't comprehend. Others think it could be a self-regulating structure, designed to harvest energy from stars, what's known as a Dyson fragment. Whatever it is, one thing is clear. It's not just coasting through space. It's interacting with it. Astronomers at the South African Large Telescope detected something even stranger, faint ripples spreading outward from the object, like shockwaves. Each ripple altered the solar wind, subtly but measurably. If these ripples continue, they could eventually affect the magnetic field of Mars, or even Earth. That's when the headlines stopped. And NASA went dark again. Now, many are asking the same question. What is 3I/Atlas doing? And why are we not being told the truth? Some researchers think NASA's silence is strategic, that they've detected signals they can't yet decode. Others believe they're under pressure from international partners not to release sensitive data until more is known. But a growing number of independent scientists believe the truth is simpler and more terrifying. NASA isn't staying silent because it wants to. It's staying silent because it's afraid. In late September, an internal report from the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory revealed that the Sun's corona, the outer layer, experienced a small but sudden localized disturbance exactly when 3I/Atlas passed near it. A brief dimming, followed by a surge in magnetic activity. Almost like the Sun responded. Could an interstellar object really influence a star's behavior? That's the question no one at NASA wants to answer. But the implications are staggering. If 3I/Atlas can interact with a star, even slightly, it means it understands forces far beyond our capability. It means it isn't just a visitor. It's operating with purpose. And maybe that's why China has remained silent. While Western agencies debate what it might be, China's National Space Administration has quietly redirected several of its deep space assets toward tracking it. No statements. No press releases. Just quiet monitoring. According to one leaked internal communiqué, Chinese scientists have labeled 3I/Atlas as an anomalous technological object. They've since stopped referring to it as a comet altogether. So here we are, a planet watching something that shouldn't exist, moving through our solar system with precision and intent. NASA won't speak. China won't speak. And the world's best telescopes are watching an object that seems to be watching us back. For now, all we can do is observe. But deep down, even the most skeptical scientists admit one thing. Something about 3I/Atlas feels wrong. Not because it defies gravity. Not because it bends light. But because it behaves as though it's aware. And if that's true, then maybe, just maybe, 3I/Atlas isn't a warning from the cosmos. Maybe it's a message. The only question that remains is whether we'll understand it before it's too late.